So what's reported, this is in today's Fort Worth Star-Telegram, it's exactly what I argued a little over a week ago on this show in a rant, podcast rant, live show rant. It turned into a YouTube episode rant that generated more views and comments than any episode in the last several months. It took off at an unreal level, and I'm not sure anybody understood what I was trying to say. I think it is proof that people don't listen and certainly aren't going to read all the way through. The title, I think, of what I said was, will the SEC regret adding Texas? Now, I think most people just saw that and saw my face, I don't know what happened, and just flipped out. You thought it was some Homer hot take, because that's the expectation. And I'm sorry about that, the business is dumbed down, but you thought it was going to be some Homer hot take from a Texas guy that was predicting Texas's dominance on the field. And I think a lot of people, thousands and thousands and thousands, I think, missed the bigger point. This thing about Lubbock is exactly what I was trying to say. Most responses were hating on me because after that was posted, then Texas got drilled here in Austin by Georgia. Yeah, see, Ward, you suck. You guys, blah, 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 blah. And I wasn't talking about the field at all. At all. I'm still not. And neither is Texas Tech and Lubbock. And it's the same template in all these towns across the country. Tech's just come on. They're trying to sell Lubbock. I don't know how, but they're trying. I wouldn't want that gig. I couldn't pull it off. But the point was about, the title of the clip, I think, was, will the SEC regret adding Texas? And I'll clarify. The point was, in a college sports industry that is lawless or guardrail-less, rudderless, and it's about fame and fortune, and it's an industry just full of greed, the SEC schools cannot keep up financially with what Texas can offer players. That's what I was talking about. That's recruits and transfers. You can't match. And you're going to get frustrated that you are in a strip center that just had Neiman Marcus show up. There's nobody that can and will spend like Texas. That's part one. You also can't keep up with the celebrity sex appeal of Austin. Most of the country, certainly in the SEC, these are small towns. These are Lubbock-like. And you don't understand a 17-year-old who wants to be in the NFL. People just don't get it. The SEC is a league of small-town colleges in poor states, while Austin, and I would submit to you to some degree, unfortunately, is Hollywood filled with a bunch of hip and famous people and celebrity-like toys. Texas can offer, just hear this part, and then I'll move to Lubbock. Texas and Austin can offer college football players a lifestyle, like the NFL dream before they even get to the NFL. The Lamborghinis, it's what a small town kid who thinks only of the NFL can all of a sudden be around celebrities and skyscrapers and live large, live just like, when you're 18, live like you're in the NFL. I'm not saying Texas Tech or any other school is not going to fork over some money for these guys, but there's an overall lifestyle that most college towns cannot keep up with. Member schools, my point is, member schools will eventually get sick and tired of players leaving or recruits demanding what Texas and Austin can offer them. That's what's going to happen. And any one of you, or if you were 17 and dirt poor and dreamed your whole life and been told your entire life you're going to be in the NFL when they live differently, you would fall for it too. It rarely works out. But you can live like it in Austin. There's very few places, college towns, where you could say that. So that's not every player. That's not every player. But most of these kids and their hangers-on dream of a famous life in the NFL. To be wealthy in a place like Austin is different. Okay, now, to the Lubbock part. Can you sell Lubbock like it's not Lubbock? All right, let's get some jokes out of the way. I know, whatever you want to insert there, that's fine. Why are you trying to sell Lubbock that it's not really Lubbock? It's because exactly what I just said about Austin. It's that kind of world. You're chasing a 17-year-old that not just wants money and everyone around them wants the money. They want the life, man. Lubbock's a good fit for some people. I bet everybody knows somebody in West Texas, and you generally say, man, that is a nice person. They're really solid, and they like it. But for mercenary, fame and fortune driving teenage football players, it's a tough sell. According to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram and one of my favorite columnists, Mac Engel, they've hired a PR firm. And they're hired a PR firm because exactly what I've been telling people. They want to live like they're pros. They want to act like the NFL, and they're not. So they hired a PR firm. It does make sense to me. You know, it really does. I kind of get it. I do. And I don't think it's a terrible try, but I will end up sort of sounding like some college professor lecturing you on strategic communications. There is a problem with the PR effort, and I think everyone needs to hear this part, no matter what field you're in. So it says... Star-Telegram today, in an effort to help shape its national image and maybe influence people who run the college football playoff. I keep saying over and over and over again, there is no merit in this sport. It's just a bunch of opinions and lobbyists and blue blood programs. So damn right they've probably hired a PR firm to influence everybody because it's a sport driven by influence. It's not the NFL. The NFL is about the field. The college industry is about influence. So yeah, it's not such a bad idea to hire a PR firm. It's a tough sell. I get that part. You know, I don't know how many press releases you can send out about the Buddy Holly statue, but whatever, they're trying. So they hired a Dallas PR firm to spread the word. Joey McGuire's their head coach. I could address that. And Texas Tech come to Fort Worth to play TCU in one of those games. It feels like a coin flip off the high dive. For either team, this could be a belly flop into an empty pool or a perfect 10 with no splash. The goal is to sell Texas Tech. It's the same goal at Kansas State, Texas A&M, Alabama, or other schools that are located in towns that would not be at the top of the list for a travel agent. In other words, everyone not Austin. This is the battle they're going to face. You're in a sport that's not about winning. You're in a sport that's not about accounting departments or even the head coach. You're in a sport chasing celebrity and fame. And it's pretty tough in most of these towns.